Well, good morning and welcome to Corona Fits. This is a beautiful day in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. But then you too are the center of the world. So let's talk about Corona, the wisdom of Corona. So, I'm retired. I'm 83 and had a photography business, but it dried up during the recession and then poof, gone. So I'm retired. And so Corona has not really changed my life. I mean, my life has been, a trip to Costco has been the big adventure of the week. and, but yet, I'm very happy. I'm very creative. I wake up in the morning and I'm pumped up and ready to go. But it's an interior adventure that I experience and share with you. Retirement is and Corona, both have made us aware of the interior because the exterior is cut off. See, Corona is kind of like a forced retirement. Suddenly you can't go to work. Job, everything, all entertainment, vacations, movies, church, religion, it's all gone. It's all gone. You're retired now. You're retired now. Enjoy your, see the West, our culture kind of like puts all of its eggs in attainment, in the world, being productive. Meaning is in the world, you see. And when we're cut off from the world, if we do bad, we go to prison, which is a forced retirement. Or if we reach 65 or whatever, we're dropped, cut off, forced retirement. And now Corona kind of like gives us a taste of what it would be like if we went to prison or got retired. Isn't that interesting? That's the wisdom of Corona. It's giving us a prelude of what your life is going to be like when you retire. Are you just going to sit at home and in a stupor watching soap operas? Or just sit on the front porch and watch the world go by? Is your pond going to dry up? When we're in the world stream pours into our life. Money comes in, activities, meeting, creating families, children, job, we're attaining, we're going up the mountain. And then suddenly, at some point, there's retirement, and we start going down the mountain. But we have no map now. All of our maps in the West are about going up the mountain. We have no maps for the second half of life. We have no map for retirement. We have no map for turning within, you see. Everything is turned out. So Corona comes and turns us within to let us know that you need to get ready. You need to be prepared. You need to dig a well, you see. Because if you don't have a wellspring, your pond's going to dry up. Your mind's going to dry up when the streams of the world no longer flow in, you see. And by flowing in, I don't mean TV. You see, digging a wellspring within. Now, I'm fortunate or unfortunate. I never really attained anything. I never really attained credentials, a big career, a professional, degrees, although I did get an English degree. In other words, I never attained anything, basically. Fundamentally, I was a failure compared to other people. I was not a good provider. I jumped from job to job. I was on a quest. I was on an interior quest. So that was the most important thing to me, was my interior quest, and I dragged my family and other people along with with my dramas and psychodramas and all that. But the main thing, as I look back, was digging that well, digging that And the wellspring is what in Zen or Buddhism is called, or in yoga is called a practice. A practice. Now, we all understand what practice is. If you want to be a master piano player, you got to practice. If you want to be a master at sports, skiing, whatever, tennis, you got to practice. If you want to create beautiful quilts, whether you sell them or not, you got to practice. If you want to have a great garden, you got to practice. You got to practice to dig the wellspring that allows the stream to come from within and flow out instead of depending on the water to come in, because the water coming in is going to get cut off. Your water is going to get cut off. So you better you better dig a wellspring within. And that wellspring within can be whatever you're passionate about. It could be quilting, needlepoint, I don't care. It doesn't make any difference. That's your meditation. Playing the piano, whatever. Your meditation is your practice. Now, meditation means doing something without any gaining idea. I just do it because I love doing it. I quilt because I love doing it. I'm not quilting to make a big business, to franchise it and create a quilt store and to have my quilts up in the gallery and say, everybody, oh, you're so beautiful and great and what a great artist you are and all of that. No, you quilt for the love of the quilt. The wellspring is from within, you see. So that's the idea, that you need to develop and dig a wellspring within while you've got the time before Corona comes and cuts off the external streams. Now you've got a wellspring within, you see. And now it really flourishes because you're not involved in the world anymore. Now you don't have to go to 9 to 5. Now you've got all the time in the world you need for your practice, for your inner garden, for your fountain, for your wellspring. And it will flow forth, you see. And your life will be enriched, not diminished. Your life will become a living pond instead of a dead sea. So Corona, the wisdom of Corona is just that if you have no wellspring now and you're suffering because your external streams have been cut off, this is just a warning. This is just a notice tacked on your wall. You better start digging. You better find the wellspring within, you see. Because Corona is coming. Metaphorically speaking, retirement is coming. Old age is coming. You know, that's the legend of Buddha is this teaching. The legend of the Buddha, the Siddhartha, the young prince in the pleasure palace. No, that's a metaphor for our American culture. It's a pleasure culture. The pleasure culture of comfort. Oh, we want more comfort. If I have more comfort, I'll be better. You see, comfort. Oh, that's not comfortable. Oh, that's not pleasant. Oh, I need more comfort. You see, comfort. That's the pleasure palace of the Buddha. So he went into town. He went into the world, and he saw old age, sickness, and death. Oh my God! He saw Corona. He saw his mortality. He saw that everyone dies. That old age, sickness, and death is metaphorical speaking. It's not literal old age, sickness, and death, because we all get that. There's no avoiding that. But the old age, sickness, and death is a metaphor for not having a wellspring, for depending upon the streams of the world to nourish you. The streams that are going to be cut off, that change, that meander, that are always shifting and you're always losing something. Old age, sickness, death is loss, is the suffering of loss, of wanting to be better, and when you get something better, you fear you're going to lose it. You're always in a state of anxiety and discomfort and dissatisfaction because you're just not complete. And you're not complete, you're not finished, you're not satisfied because we're dependent upon the external world, you see, which can never satisfy us. So the Buddha discovered that, he saw that, and then he saw a renunciate. He saw a retired person. he saw a monk. You see, he saw a renunciate who had voluntarily renounced the world and the external streams. He got corona, and voluntarily got corona and separated himself from the streams of the world so he could discover the wellspring within. So he could discover the source of grace within. You see, creativity and joy comes from within, not from the world. So that was the turning point for the Buddha, and he says, I'm going to do that. I'm going to become a monk, and I'm going to begin the quest for the wellspring within, you see. And I will not quit until I find it. I will not stop until I find the source of grace within. For God dwells within you as you see. God dwells within you as a wellspring. But you can't find it as long as you are dependent upon the streams of the world. So that's the Corona wisdom for today. The Corona fit. Thanks for dropping in. Stop. Finish.